Purvika Mobiles present Smart Talk with Sulabha.
Welcome to another episode of Purvika Smart Talk Science Day. This really excites me because, in the Chancellor, I'm able to talk with some amazing people, gather some amazing information, and yes, of course, you can also hear all of it in the interview of Smart Talk. Okay, so Iniki, very happy to have in our studio Mr. Balaji Lakshmanan, who has finished his Masters from IIT Madras in Robotics. Anna, he's more popularly called as RoboBalaji. That's a nice name. Sounds like a lot of Chennai Connect right now to me. A very warm welcome to our show. Good morning to you.
Yeah, pleasure to be here.
இவர் ஒரு ஹியூமனாய்ட்ஸ்ல எல்லாம் ஒர்க் பண்ணிருக்காரு. ஒரு பாயிண்ட்ல சின்ன ரோபோட்ஸ் எல்லாம் கன்ஸ்ட்ரக்ட் பண்றது, it's his passion. He just showed me a video in which he is now coming up with a robot to actually detect breast cancer, and it's a non-intrusive process.
Yes.
Wow. Okay, so it's our pleasure to have you here for our Science Day special, like we call it. So Balaji, what got you interested in this?
I think it should be destiny. When I look back, as a kid, I was, fascinated looking at the episodes of the giant robot.
Yes, perfectly. Yeah. Makes two of us.
So I used to be pretty crazy about that, waiting for that Wednesday 8 p.m. show.
Right.
So that is some memory that I have. Besides that, I was definitely, interested in physics and maths in a way. Probably in college is where I really got into robotics.
Okay.
My undergrad, where I studied in Vellamal Engineering College.
See, I see this with a lot of geeks, okay, and a lot of upcoming scientists. They all fight with their professors and all. Did you also do that?
Oh, well, quite absolutely.
Okay, so my observation is right. ஒத்துக்கவே மாட்டாங்க கிளாஸ்ல forever they're doing stuff by their own, and they just can't seem to understand, or they can't appreciate what the professor does.
Yeah, I still remember having a kind of a tiff with my maths ma'am because I didn't agree with few things that she said, and I was trying to prove it my way.
Right, now he's also working for the Indian Army on their robotics swing. But can you tell us something about that? Well, not actually.
Yeah.
I know, because it's classified information, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
Pretty much. Yeah. National security reasons, I think we don't talk about that. When we come back, we also speak about a couple of interesting robots that he's done. It's, after all, Science Day coming up. This is 94.3 Radio One, Purvika Smart Talk.
Purvika Mobiles present Smart Talk with Sulabha.
Welcome right back. Iniki Science Day special. Our Science Day is over the weekend, so we are celebrating it here on Purvika Smart Talk. You're tuned in with me, Sulabha. So we are chatting up with RoboBalaji. So you've made humanoids and all of that. I just saw a video of yours for the movie Mogumudi, right?
Yeah. Absolutely.
All right. And also you were talking about what animatronics for the movie I. God, they all look like such expensive words. But honestly, Balaji, the thing is, Iron Man, Transformers, it's made our life, so much in the future that we think these things exist. How difficult is it to make a humanoid robot?
Well, actually, robotics is fairly simple. But essentially the process of getting things done, has their own challenges in a way.
Okay.
And definitely, I'm sure someday will come when, all of us could be Iron Mans and Iron Womens.
I know, yeah, but look at that. Iron Man la or possibility varthukku in evlo varsham agum in real.
In real, I think, it's tough to predict, but I definitely look at probably the next 20 or 30 years, it should be.
Okay.
Which is short.
We all believe it's already there.
Yeah.
Alright, so humanoid la build pandradhukku or average evlo time edukum? What kind of effort do you have to put in?
So typically it takes about, depending on the size and, we call it degree of freedom and, so many other things. It takes typically from 3 months to a year.
3 months to a year?
Yeah.
Do you have robot servants in your home and all that?
I do remember, making a kind of a kitchen assistant robot,
Okay, you
where,
did.
I can kind of command the robot to go to the kitchen, and then, whatever my mom cooks, she'll place it there, and then it'll bring it to the dining room.
Did it work?
So I actually did it as a fun project, and my mom, that was the first time when she kind of saw all these things, and he was like, என் பிள்ளையா அதெல்லாம் பண்ணது.
ஃபைனலி நீ படிச்சதுக்குலாம் ஏதோ ஒரு பிரயோஜனம் இருக்கு.
So the different occasions, let's say the festivities, especially during all the Golu times, we always have some of the other robots at home.
Oh God, please invite me to your place. It'll be like a Yandiran scene, no?
Yeah, so my mom always, keeps complaining that, people come to look at your robots and their demos rather than, all the other Golu.
Are you saying the robot actually brings a tray out?
Yeah,
something like that?
So essentially we used to make the humanoid look like a mommy or a mama.
Oh, how interesting.
with a tray.
So cool.
And my mom, she used to be really thrilled with all these things. And very interesting to make your parents get excited about these things.
Absolutely.
Right?
Who wouldn't get excited about a robot mama or a mommy? When we come back, we speak about how science could be so cool. This is 94.3 Radio One, Purvika Smart Talk.
Purvika Mobiles present Smart Talk with Sulabha.
Welcome right back. Iniki Science Day special on Purvika Smart Talk. You're tuned in with me, Sulabha. So RoboBalaji kuda nama pesitrukom. He finished his masters in robotics, artificial intelligence, and then the list goes on from IIT Madras. And he's training so many students to follow their passion in science. Balaji, ஒரு 10 வருஷம் முன்னாடிலாம் வந்து சயின்ஸ் அப்படின்னு பேசினாலே nerds, geeksலாம் ஒரு மாதிரி வேற மாதிரி பாப்பாங்க. But இன்னைக்கு Mark Zuckerberg is your modern alpha geek. So he says, I'm proud to be a geek. Things like that. Yeah, do you think things are changing even internationally?
Oh, definitely. I mean, some 10-20 years back, geeks abdinale param or,
Correct.
stuff like that. Kind of a slightly negative image was there.
Yeah.
Thaisadam and malla vandu
solluvaanga, right.
But of late, let's say there is a lot of reverence for technologists or, people who are passionate about, science and especially technology entrepreneurs and stuff. The Abdul Kalam, in a way, the way he was revered in our nation, put the focus back on scientists, how they need to be revered, and as well as how being a scientist is a cool thing.
It is. It definitely is. So you get invited to a lot of colleges and schools. Do you also train children in robotics?
Yeah. So I've been engaging in hands-on workshops with both college as well as school kids. I've trained over 6,000 students. Through my workshops, various different types of workshops. But primarily I've dealt with the college students because, there I could be much more, tech-oriented and which will also help them in their jobs and stuff like that.
Right.
But as well as I see a lot of interest, especially from the school children, the way and, the way they look at building the robots and, how enthusiastic they are, really brings back the enthusiasm in me,
Thanks to Iron Man. Really, I mean, I think that's kind of, widened our horizons. Someday you want to see a transformer here, for example.
Definitely.
Exactly, and our own Yandiran, okay? And I love to talk about your Golu Mami also in a while, okay? We've spoken about her, but I think this is such an interesting thing as well. When we come back, probably, this is 94.3 Radio One, Purvika Smart Talk. This is Purvika Smart Talk Science Day special. Science Day is over the weekend, so we're celebrating it a little in advance. We're chatting up with RoboBalaji here, and I'm quite fascinated about the humanoid that he has at home, which is the Golu Mami. He's dressed it up. The picture, you can catch up with the picture on the Radio One Chennai page. It's a dressed up Golu Mami who comes with the trays and all, but it's not human, it's a robot. Seriously, it's like a childhood dream for me to see such a humanoid, and made by someone in Chennai, honestly.
So thanks to Endiran in a way and our Talaivar Rajni
for making it cool.
So he had made scientists look cool, and let's say before Endiran and after Endiran அப்படின்னு கூட சொல்லலாம், in terms of robotics. So before Endiran, நான் robotics அப்படின்னா வந்து எல்லாரும் ஏதோ அவங்களுக்கு புரியாத பாஷைங்கிற மாதிரி they'll look at. But after Endiran,
they're like, oh wow,
the neighbor party also knows about
quite a validation. Quite a validation there. So how do you think it's currently there among parents and children now? Balaji.
So, I see a fantastic interest both from the students, schools as well as parents in the field of robotics. Let's say quite recently I was there in a school in Mylapore where I was engaging them on these Lego, nationals and stuff like that. Definitely, the interest from students is always there, but I was very impressed with the parents, showing a lot of enthusiasm. Almost every parent was there, at least one of those times. They had cooked food and then, brought it for lunch. There was a lot of enthusiasm, from the parents as well, which is,
nice
very fascinating.
Right.
Definitely.
So science is becoming cooler. May your tribe grow. Thank you so much for stepping in today.
Yeah, my pleasure too. Yeah.